I keep saying stuff like, this book is totally crazy. And I mean it. Sweetie Candy Vigilante is absolutely, completely off the rails. This book is like nothing else I've ever read. It's like somebody's LSD trip or some kind of nightmarish fever dream turned into comic book form. And kind of just like reinforcing that was when I opened this up, and I was like, oh yeah, we ended with Hansel and Gretel totally murking this dude while she watched, and then like the evil guy's hitman came along and capped her head, capped her in the face because the stuff she was telling him was too crazy. We got some cops here. They're like investigating the scene of this murder, obviously. What cops do. And they're not being like too serious about it, which I think that's okay. I don't know. I kind of went back and forth on that as I was reading it. I didn't like it at first, and then it kind of grew on me by the end because. Hold on. Let me. Because they're scraping like candy goop off of the dead guy's neck. Like at that point, it's like, oh yeah, I just remembered what kind of book this was, and it was all better. Let's just. I just want to show her face because that is ridiculous. I mean, she's like, ah, super happy because they just like launched their social media, like their Twitter feed or something. They got like 500,000 followers, and like everybody come to the candy store. This whole next section is just full of like absolutely terrific and memeable faces. I might steal some of these like and use them for reaction paid panels or something. Like it'd be funny. But the part I want to get to is like these next couple pages were all her becoming like fully initiated into like the Sweetie Candy Vigilante cult or whatever. So she gets like bit or something. Like I don't really know what's going on. She like bit her in the wrist where she put that little tattoo on and stuff, and now she's giving her like pixie stick nunchucks, which she like controls with her mind or something. Like I'm telling you, this book is completely insane. Whatever preconceived notions you have for what might happen in this book, you're wrong. I'm wrong. We're both wrong about this. We are so wrong about it that we couldn't be wronger because this book is just doing whatever the flippin' flapjack heck it wants. It doesn't care. It doesn't care about your preconceived notions of how to tell a story. It doesn't care if you want things to make sense or not. They make sense in their own weird way. It's like weirdly self-consistent, but it just doesn't make sense at the same time. I don't make sense trying to explain it to you, but that's just how this book is. Whew. The art is a lot of fun. These facial expressions are a little exaggerated in these panels, but they're also a hoot. And when they're not, it just ends up looking kind of cute, like she does right there. But apparently, like when you join like Sweetie's Candy Vigilante Army, you get like a cool weapon and some kind of magic powers or something. Like I don't know what's going on here. I just have to accept it all at face value. Speaking of which, apparently Peter Rabbit is also the Easter Bunny, among other things. And normally, you give me like 2 pages. Excuse me. You give me like 2 pages of just like explanatory, expository text, right? My eyes glaze over. But as they kept talking here, things got weirder and weirder and weirder. Like apparently the Easter Bunny used to drive like an ice cream truck slash hearse. Like this looks like the Ghostbusters car, right? Like Ecto One, except it's like the Easter Bunny's like chocolate egg chucking truck or something, and he'd like shoot eggs out of it into people's yards to bury them like for Easter. Like I don't know. I don't know what's going on here anymore. All I know is I'm looking at this and I'm just like, this is crazy and it's fun and just absolutely wild. And that's how this book rolls. It's crazy and fun and absolutely wild. Like, there's really just like, I should be complaining about like not a lot happened in this book, except I don't want to complain about this book at all. I just want to read this book. I just want to read the next issue. Like they got me. They sunk a hook in me. They reeled me in, and now I just want to read the book. I'm doing way better than the bad guy here. This panel, I showed this because actually took me a little bit to understand what was going on here, because for some reason I thought his head, like he had like leaned his head forward or something here, and that was actually his head in front of his own chest. And I'm like, wait, that doesn't make sense. And then I realized, no, that's got to be the hitman. But it still took me like 30 seconds to figure out what the blip I was looking at. I think that one's on me. I think that one's absolutely on me. I'm going to show some little ads here real quick. I have got to like pull this up on YouTube or something and check this out and see what the music is actually like. It may not be my thing, but you know I got to like figure this out. Also, Emperor in Horrorland, that's the series that just wrapped up, and it was really good. I enjoyed like every issue of that thing. You might enjoy it too. I'm probably not buying the limited edition hardcover because I got it in floppies, yo. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Sweetie 5 is just full of people talking to each other about absolutely, completely crazy stuff. And there's nothing else I can do to describe the book to you. So you have a great one. Take care and bye-bye.